All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is you are joining us from. Yes, once again, you are welcome to another edition of Coappt Impact Corner, where we bring to you impact makers, thought provokers, opinion leaders, change makers around the world, those who are making changes, those who are part of developmental process, in their community, in their nation, no matter how big or small it might be. I am your host once again for this wonderful edition. And in case you do not know me, let me introduce myself. I am G.O. Lawal. You know what? I am not a general overseer, but I'll be the general overseer for this edition for today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have with me a wonderful woman who is our guest for today's edition. And I must tell you that she's power-packed. She's filled with wisdom. She's filled with knowledge. I'm not trying to just hype her, but trust me, when you get to hear from her, you will know who I am speaking about. So today, I have with me the Executive Director of TalentPlus Resources International, and no other person than Madam Aderonke Kimenenihia-Eseka. And I hope I got that right. Madam Aderonke, it's nice for you today, ma.
It's with you as well. Thank you for bringing me on this afternoon, and hello everybody, wherever you are watching from this afternoon. Welcome.
All right, you're also welcome for joining us today. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation, to be part of today's edition. Yes, okay, let's get into the conversation real quick. Who is Aderonke Aderonke
Kimemenihia.
Yes, Eseka. Yes. Who are you, ma? I know people watching would like to know more about you, ma. Would like to introduce yourself to them, ma?
Okay. Aderonke Kimenenihia, like you have rightly said, the Executive Director of TalentPlus Resources International. It's an NGO. NGO means a non-governmental organization which is focused on youth development. That's one of our core areas. We are also focused on education and women development. And I've been on this space for a very long time now, a very, very long time. And doing what I know to do best, working with young people in communities, and also hoping that someday we'll have the Nigeria that we all dreamed of. So I'm here, doing my own thing, and it's my prayer that all this effort will not be in vain. Thank you.
Yes, and we are so much sure that the effort will not be in vain at all. All right, so I want to ask, the work you do at TalentPlus Resources International. How did it even start? For everyone who brought into this podcast, it's a question we would always like to ask. How did it start? Was there a personal experience, something that led you into venturing into youth development? Because looking at you, of course, you are a youth at heart. You're a youth at heart, you understand? So to have someone like you today say, you know what, I'm going to be dedicating myself to youth development. I think I'm so much interested, and I'm sure that other people watching us out there would be interested in knowing what must have inspired you to work with young people.
Yeah, thank you very much for that question. I would say that, I didn't set out to do this, but the passion for a better Nigeria, and also growing up, my parents are all about nation building and, a better tomorrow, Nigeria, as in you have to have passion for your country and all that. And, looking at Nigeria, I'm someone that actually love my country, and it's just like a personal commitment that have to do it better for the country. And one of the ways to do it better for the country is to work with young people, because we keep saying the youth are the future of tomorrow. And we know that when we have these older ones, after they have gone, is the young people that takes over. And we also know that he said the future starts now. So if you don't give them the necessary skill, information, everything that is needed for them to be the right leader that we want for this country, it means that we won't have a Nigeria that we are all dreaming of. So that was why I took it personally, by myself to do, to invest in young people. And that's what we do. We train them, we give them skills, we even give information, we talk to them on character development, nation building, good governance, leadership. And in the past, we have also taken time, to educate them on voters' education so that they will choose right. And even some of the young ones that want to go into politics, we have that confidence to go into politics. So those are all that we are doing in the community where we work, and even generally working with young people. So anywhere I find young people, I'm always excited. Even in my faith, where I am, I work with young people. So I'm always working with young people, and that's why, you can say I'm young at heart, because I don't even see myself my age. I see myself as a young person as well.
Yes, and I must say that apart from just being young at heart, I think someone meeting you first might possibly even pass you to be a youth yourself.
You're right. You're
right. and I think there's an adage that when the soap stays so long on a leaf, it becomes the leaf, and the leaf stays so long on the soap becomes a soap. So I think because you've also worked with young people, so indirectly, one way or the other, you are.
I behave like one.
Yes. Thank you so much. For the work you're doing, and thank you for taking it upon yourself, to venture, into this journey. Yeah. Because it's something that is not usual for you to have people who of the older generation to say, okay, what I'm going to commit myself to doing is to make myself available for young people. And that is one thing that is not that common, but we thank people like you who are taking it upon themselves, to really make sure that they are still doing this for the youth out there. Yes, and ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us live and you are wondering what is going on, I am here to let you know that this is Coappt Impact Corner, where we have with us Madam Aderonke Kimenenihia-Eseka as our guest for today. And please, what you can do for us to call on as many young people and older people, who needs to be part of this, to watch this, to listen, learn from the journey of Madam Aderonke today. Please, what you can do is to share this right now, to them. Let them join us. Subscribe. Drop your comments. We'll be looking forward to your comments and questions, on YouTube right now. So don't worry. You are free to drop them anytime soon. And trust me, I'm here to actually take them. And I'm sure Madam Aderonke is also here to respond to them. So please don't forget, share them, like the conversation so that more people can get to see it and they can also get to join us. Now let's come back to the conversation today. All right. Yes, back to you, Madam Aderonke. I'm interested in asking, since you started working with young people, because I'm sure there are a lot of expectations, there are a lot of results you look forward to recording, or probably the ones you've recorded. So I want you to take us through, your success story, your success journey. How has it been? What are those wonderful moments, that you will say actually encouraged you to keep going on based on, oh, this happened. Wow, at the point probably I felt like giving up, but when this happened, I discovered that, oh, our effort as an organization is not at a waste. So you know what? These are the things we've recorded. I would like to hear from you, man. I'm sure that everybody also like to, get to hear from you, man.
Thank you very much. Like I started off, it was actually about passion, So I wasn't thinking of maybe making money from this, because it's an NGO. In fact, I actually didn't know that what I was doing is going to be an NGO, because when I started, I was going to schools. I was going to schools to talk to young people, to talk to them about why they should complete their education, why education will, after completing their education, how it will make their life better, because we always say that, readers are leaders, and those that are educated, they are more innovative and creative and all that. So I was doing that on my own. So until one day I discussed with my pastor then. I hope you don't mind me saying that.
No, it's fine. It's fine, man. Please go on.
Yeah, so when he asked me that, what exactly am I doing? So I told him this is what I do and all that. And I said, that he sees me going this way, and he was actually the one that encouraged me. He said, have you heard about maybe non-governmental organization? I said, no. He said, go and write the vision down, everything, the way it's coming. So I wrote it out and all that. And that was how we came up with the name. The initial name was not TalentPlus Resources International. We started off as Peculiar People Foundation. So it was at the point of registering it with Corporate Affairs Commission that the name was changed. And the up moment for me is that seeing those young people that you have invested in coming out to be great people today. A number of them, have they're doing so well in their own specialty. And because there was a time we had a program for young girls, and we call it Talented Teens Program, just to encourage young girls that, want to further their education but don't have the resources to do that. So we said they must have something that they have to give. And after giving that out, we look for people that can support them with their education. But of course, we can't support everybody, but just that having mentorship program and talking to them has actually encouraged some of them to go ahead and complete their education. And so once in a while, when we meet, maybe on Facebook or whatever, they are so happy to tell me their success story. So for me, even if I can't see all of them now, I know that they are doing well where they are. And in fact, there was one of them that asked me, that am I still doing that program? Because of course it's because of the cost, implications. We can't afford that for now. And said, okay, we have stopped it for now, but of course we are doing other programs, where we bring them. Like last year, we had a skill acquisition program for young people, just to let them know that, things are not, the way Nigeria is, that things will get better for them. So those are the up moments when you see them coming out happy that they can, they are able to do something good, out of nothing. Because a number of people, initially when you talk to young people and ask them they will even tell you that they don't even know what they want to do, maybe because of the way the country is. But by the time you encourage them, they are being mentored, they now have confidence to go out, to do what they desire to do. So those are up moments for us at TalentPlus. And when you talk about the down moments, yes, grants don't always come that way. Even when there are no grants, we keep going because we have the passion, because the focus is we must impact the lives of young people, encourage them not to give up, encourage them that the future will be bright. That's if they need to put in all the effort. And if you look at the population of Nigeria today, over 60% of it is the young people. So that is why we are focused. And if you do not do what you are supposed to do now, the future that we are all dreaming for may never come to pass. Because if you neglect the young people, it means that you are neglecting the future of this great nation. Exactly. And because we don't want to neglect the future of the great nation, that's why we keep impacting lives of young people.
Wow. I must say that one thing you just did now is confirming that for us to say we are looking at the future, and you're saying that the young people are the picture of the future, we want to see.
Definitely.
I don't know. That sounds like
that future starts now. If you want to see a better future, you start it now. You don't wait until maybe 10 years or 20 years. You have to start it now, because if you don't start it now, you might lose the future.
Yeah, might lose that future. Wow. Well, I must say, well done so much, Ma, for the effort and the lives you've impacted. And I'm sure that there will be what's it called, a ripple effect, to this, and the lives
Definitely.
you've touched, will
Yeah.
also go out and say, oh, because I also got this empowerment, I got this knowledge, I got inspired from TalentPlus Resources International, I'm going to pass it on to the next generation, and that is how we can actually
Exactly.
grow.
And we have seen that
as a nation.
happen, actually. We have seen that happen because some of them have actually told this part as well. Like one of them that when she was doing her youth service, deliberately, took on this female genital mutilation as a passion where she was serving then, because it was rampant in that community. So she took on the advocacy and she got an award for that. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. And that's the beauty about the work we do. When you can look at those who had passed through you, those who you've trained, and those whose capacity you've built, and they're able to then do what, go on their own and also make impact. And that is why we can say, yes, we're actually making impact. I must say thank you so much, ma. Well done.
You're
for the
welcome.
great work you're doing, for the ones
Thank
you've
you
done,
very much.
and for the ones
You
that are
continue
still
to
going to do. Yes,
Yeah.
because I know this is just the starting point. There's still a lot that needs to be done. And thank you for not giving up, because I'm sure that the youth out there on
I will never give up.
Yes, please don't give up. Okay, so I know you mentioned a major challenge, when you started speaking the other time, which is, you mentioned fund. But I know at the back of social impact makers or professionals or practitioners, whichever one is more suitable, there are buckets of challenges here and there, which I want to believe that TalentPlus Resources International is probably not immune to them. Maybe there might be some things that make TalentPlus to be different. So, but I want to ask my question that, are there challenges that, as an organization, that you are facing, that probably has not been making the work you want to do, the work you do, or how you intend to even do your work, not making it easy for you to do them right? Are there one to share with us?
Definitely. Of course, funding is one of them. And also, maybe if we had gotten like partners to work with, because at times it might not be totally funding, that is the finance, but if you have other organizations that want to work with you, that will also ease the challenges, or then also not able to get enough volunteers. I think in Nigeria, people don't understand what volunteering means. Yes, in those days, even as the executive director of the organization, I still volunteer in some organizations. Yeah. When I see what you're doing, I love what you're doing, I want to be part of it. And I'll just go all out to volunteer. And there's joy in that, because, you are giving and you are also learning. You are giving, you are also learning. But here, you find it very, very difficult. I know that there are some organizations that young people love to work with. Maybe the bigger ones with bigger names and all that. But when they see you, they are not that big, and they might not just want to show interest. That's about some of the things that we do. But for some, you still find some that want to work with you, want to do. But if we can get partners that can work with us, it will make it much easier, and we can reach more young people that would have loved to reach as well. So organizations, that's private organizations, should look inwards. Part of their social corporate social responsibility is for them to look at not only the big organizations, but the smaller ones, because even getting funding at times, there are dynamics to it. There are actually dynamics to it. At times you have written proposals, and after some time you're just like, let me just stop and just focus on what I'm. So if we find corporate organizations that also want to partner with younger organizations, or not so big organizations, like not international organizations, local organizations that are in communities in Nigeria, it will help a lot to ease the stress of the work, because the work of advocacy, community sensitization, organizing training, they are not easy. Or if, for example, now maybe you want to have a training, to find organizations that can actually give their space, or give their skills as well, to say, okay, we want to partner with you in this area, that will be fine. It will help a lot, to ease the stress on the job.
Okay, so yes, thank you so much. And I would say that these are general, like a lot of organizations actually facing these same issues. And well, interestingly, this is one of the reasons why for us at Coappt, we actually established, to also help to see how we can help, organizations like yours, to actually overcome, these challenges. But we'll get into that later. And so I want to ask, so how are you, what are the strategies that as an organization, you are using, to overcome, these challenges? Are there measures you're putting in place? Are there things you're doing, but probably, helping to overcome, the challenges that you mentioned?
That's okay. The challenges of funding and all that.
Yes.
Excuse me. Some of the strategies that we use is actually to talk to friends and our peer organizations. That, for example, maybe we want to have a program like Coappt, for example. You've come to the former office where we were, to come and train our members. That's a member of the network that TalentPlus belongs to. Yes, that kind of training, if we want to go out to do that, it might cost us some, a lot of, but you did it for us free of charge. And that was really helpful. You understand? So we partner at times with some of our other NGO organizations. We do things together, as in going out as network to do some of this work. So those are some of them. At times, maybe our board members, our family and friends, we bring them on board as well to do one or two things with us. So that's how we've been able to ease some of the stress, the challenges, the pressure and all that. So that's just it.
All right. So well done. And I'm sure that the grants will still come and a lot of opportunities will come.
Actually, not that we haven't gotten grants before. We have. Yes, we have. But it doesn't come like you expect it to come all the time. We've worked with some notable international organizations in the past.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So because I was actually that will lead me to the next question, which I have on before me, and that is, I wanted to take us to some of the work that you've done, as an organization.
Okay.
Probably what are the maybe specific impacts that you can say, okay, from this also work we did with also organization of also funder or either partner, and we're able to achieve also result and this and that. I just wanted to take us through some of these specific activities of your organization that you've done. I'm sure that people out there would want to they'll be interested in knowing and see how they can possibly maybe even work with you and partner with you on them.
Okay. I don't know if I should start mentioning their names or whatever, but because we have worked with them for
maybe just one or two.
Okay, one or two. Okay, like SPIN, but SPIN is not in Nigeria anymore. That's Education Sector Support Program in Nigeria. We're part of that for about, it's a UK aid funding, but we're not the only one. As a member of SACEFA is Civil Society Action Coalition on Education for All. So about 10 organizations they work with and funded us to work, though in schools now, that's at primary school level. So we worked in Badagry and Ojo, and we did a very good job. At least we got an award for that. That's our organization. Wow. So that's one. Then we also got a grant from the Small Grant Program, that's UNDP. GP, small grant program, that's on there's it's in the area of environment, fabrication of energy saving stove that young people can actually do. So we did that in Kwara State, where we bring in the young people, yes, and they were trained on how to fabricate their own clean cook stove. But it's a counterpart fund. So the other aspect of it is for the community to actually put in their own, but that didn't actually happen at the end of the. But for the grant, what we got the fund for, we actually did it, and we also got a very good, excellent, mark for that. So we are again about 2019. We were also part of the 3 organizations at UNDP, and that's Ministry of Environment, actually to coordinate, young people who have bankable ideas in the environment space. So young people, so just young people. So we coordinated the Southwest and the Northwest, at that time. And we have a lot of young people. In fact, we don't know what we have in Nigeria until we got into that program, that you have young people with ideas, great ideas that they brought to the table that are bankable, that, you can put in your funds in. We have them, we coordinated that, and it was also a success story, with that. And today, those young people, we are still in contact with a number of them, especially from the Northwest, that are doing a lot of things in renewable energy, in farming, in a number of them, a lot of things that I can't start mentioning now. So a lot of them are doing great things.
Okay, yeah. So while you were speaking, you mentioned what you did at Kwara State and I think northern Nigeria. So so I'm assuming, or let me say, I've already concluded that means your work is not limited to just Lagos State.
No, not limited to Lagos State. Across board, yeah.
Wow, and I must say, well done, ma, well done.
Thank you very much
for the great work you're doing. Yes, and I can see some our viewers online dropping their comments already. I can see Tajuddin Lawal, yes, saying good talk. Yes, I say good talk.
Thank you,
Tajuddin, for the great work you're doing. And I can also see Alfonso Inegbedion saying, well done, ma. Please keep up the good work. Yes.
Thank you very much.
And I think this is a question from Alfonso also, which says, ma, what do you consider to be the disposition of our society to organizations as yours is committed to building lives? How can one stay without being discouraged? How can one stay without, because I think considering the disposition of our society, to organizations like yours, in fact, I must say that we have a personal experience, even as at yesterday, where currently we have a project we are trying to push, and we had to meet with some members of a particular community, and the conversation wasn't, was quite dicey. We're trying to help out, we're trying to create a solution, but it wasn't really what we expected. So how can we assistant not get discouraged with all this?
Very good. You have to keep your focus. That's the first point, because there's nothing that you do that you will meet with discouragement along the line. So if you're intentional about it, you are focused about it, you just have to, from time to time, not allow any discouragement to pull you down. Once you keep your focus at where you are going, you will definitely achieve it, no matter how long it takes. Like what we were talking about with the community, yes, we meet that also from time to time, but there was something we learned along the line. We call it a community entry. So before we go into any community, to start a project or whatever we want to do, the first thing is that we want to meet with the gatekeepers.
Yeah, exactly.
People that, maybe the ballet, the youth leaders and all that, and tell them, this is what we want to come and do in the community. If you don't engage them, if you just go into the community and say you want to do something, I don't know why our society is like that. You understand? And some of them believes that maybe you have gotten one big grant. That's why you want to come into that
Exactly.
community, and the first thing in their mind is, oh, you have gotten this big grant. So what do we have to, to get from that before we
From
allow you to
that,
do
yeah,
this?
somebody has given you millions. So
Yes.
they just play their
And
own
most
share.
times, yeah, most times it's not like that. You are coming, you see that there's a gap in this community, and you want to do something great for them. And what you expect is that they will be appreciative, they should embrace it. But at times you meet those hiccups on the way. So, but don't be discouraged. You just have to let them know that you are coming with a good will. And at the end of the day, this project that you are bringing, you are going to hand it over to them, and you follow them up. You follow it up. You don't just conclude with a project and leave. There should be a follow up. And when they see you keep coming, then I think after some time, they will just see you as, oh, you have this good intention for their community, and then that's how you have your breakthrough. And they will even be the one to be like a spokesperson for you, that this organization actually has good intention for us in the community. Then for the question that is it Alphonsus that
Yes,
asked?
Alphonsus, yes.
Yeah, don't be discouraged. Any good thing that will come you always meet this barrier or challenge on the way, but don't be discouraged. Just keep focused and be determined that this is what you want to do, and you will succeed at it.
Wow, yes. So don't be discouraged when you put your heart for something that this is what you want to do, and you don't get discouraged,
Don't get
because
discouraged.
it's going to come to you.
Yeah, it will.
It is only when you don't give up that you can actually succeed.
Succeed.
And I would say, for those of us who are in the business, let me use the word business, in the business of changing lives, in the business of providing solutions to societal challenges, in the business of giving ourselves, yes, to the world, for us to solve these problems. Just like they always tell teachers that your rewards are in heaven. Yeah. I think for social workers, I don't know if we say your rewards are in heaven actually. Also.
Definitely. Definitely.
Okay.
The reward actually for any social worker.
Yeah.
Of course, because it's even not for profit making. So the first thing you zero your mind, you're not in there to make profits. You are there to serve the community, to serve the people, to change lives, to change the narrative. So your reward will be the result that you are seeing in the life of people, in the change that you see in the environment, in the community and the larger society. So that is actually your reward, because that's when you can now sit back and say, oh, at the end, my time is not wasted. At least I have impacted, I have changed something, I've changed the narrative. And that's actually the reward for anybody that is in this space, because you are there to change the narrative, you are there to bring the great change, impact in the lives of people. For example, now, if you are in a community and you have a number of young people that are into various vices, and you come in and you talk to them, and also maybe you have a plan to give them a skill, and also support them to start the skill. You follow them up, you mentor them, and at the end of the day, you see that life change to become a responsible citizen. Somebody, the reward there for you is the joy that you have helped to change a life, and you have helped to change the narrative in that community. So that's the reward of any social investor. So we are social investors now, investing in the life of people and for the community.
Yeah, so for every social investor, your return on investment is the impact, that
change that you see.
Exactly. And I must say, the other time when you spoke about, young people not wanting to, give themselves to volunteer, you understand? And I think it's probably because they do not understand what it takes to be a social investor. I like that word, social investor, actually. And because we have different some are social entrepreneurs.
No.
For example, for us at Coappt, we call ourselves a social impact tech company. So we are social tech company. We are focused on the society. So now, why I'm actually driving at is that the young people, and I think it's just also because of where we find ourselves, whereby the need for you to struggle to get things done by yourself, the mentality of what is in it for me. If it's not making money for me, then it's not making sense. I think one musician once said something like that. If you are not talking money, you're talking nonsense. Okay. I think somebody once said that. You understand? So, and I think that is one thing that also inform the mindset of a lot of young people about volunteering. You're not paying me. The fact that you have to pay somebody to attend a meeting, you have to build the capacity, you have to pay the person to do. I think some of these things are also part of the things that have also contributed to it. I like to share a personal experience that my own journey started from being a volunteer. From volunteering, getting into the role as on full time, becoming a professional in the role, then stepping into starting a business and all that. Now, all this started as a journey, all this journey rather started from the point of volunteering. So, and I know that is just to buttress the point which you raised earlier about the need for a lot of young people, to actually do more volunteering.
Volunteer.
Yes.
And when they do that, they learn. It's like when maybe you are just out of school now. You don't have any experience. You don't have any experience. But when you walk up to maybe an organization and you volunteer for the organization, then you gather experience. By the time you are writing your CV to maybe this desired company that you want to work with, you already have experience on the job, especially community experience. So that will help a lot. And I think in Nigeria, there are some organizations that actually require that before they can employ you. They want to know, where you have volunteered. I think if all organizations do that, then young people won't have, they won't have like where to run to other than to look for an organization to volunteer for as part of their community. What will I call it now? Their own,
community service or something like that.
Community service, exactly. So youth service is not enough. You should also, volunteer in organizations, to gain more experience and also to give back, what you have
to the society.
Society.
I think you have a very valid point, Mike, because I believe this will also help them to understand, maybe also connect to the society better when they are not just looking at things from the peripheral perspective, but they are part of an organization or are probably working towards, let's say, for example, gender-based violence. They're able to understand the some of the things that are not open to the public about gender-based violence. They have a different look to it, because this will be a work that is backed with data, with statistics, with facts, with a lot of professionalism, not just mouth say or yes say and the rest of that. So you really have a very valid point, about this man. And I must say that if you are just joining us and you're wondering what is going on right now, this is Coappt Impact Corner, and we are live, with Madam Aderonke Kimenenihia. Yes.
Kimemenihia-Eseka.
Kimemenihia. Yes, I was about murdering that name, and thank you, ma, for coming in before I commit a blunder. Thank you so much. But yes, and it's been a wonderful time having this conversation with her. And if you still have questions, comments, please be free to drop them, on the comment section. And if you are watching this later as a replay on YouTube, you're also still free, to drop your comments, drop your questions, and we'll pass it down to her, and she'll be ready to respond, to you. Once again, this is Coappt Impact Corner, and I must say it has been an interesting time, discussing with you you've shared a lot of insight. You've shared a lot of insight, I must say. You know, even beyond your own personal journey, beyond the work you do, the fact that you are committed to young people's development, you know, is something that I must say that is quite encouraging, because we need people like you, you know, who will be committed to this young generation, because just like you said, these are the picture of the future we want to see. Because if the youth don't get it right, and then we are not going to have the future that we are expecting. And I think that is one thing that probably a country like Nigeria, you know, where we are having this conversation from, are not really paying a lot of attention to. And I hope one of these days, you know, we'll get it right. You know, recently I did a video. Funny enough, I've not even posted the video. Maybe I'll be posting it very soon. Where I said power is changing hands. You know, the leadership is beginning to change. Leaders are beginning to change. A lot of young people are beginning to get into new roles. And it's only the young ones who have been able to equip themselves with the right knowledge, with the right capacity, with the right character, and the right competence, are the ones that are able to, whose leg will able to fit into the shoes of that leadership role, or of that future that they want to get into. And I must say thank you to, you know, someone like you and your organization, for doing the right work. All right. So before I let you go, you know, for this edition, I think I still have 2 questions, you know, for you, and I would like to take them quickly. No, the first question I would want to ask is, what is or what are, you know, your expectation, you know, as an organization? What do you look forward to, you know, to say, okay, for us in the next few years, we want to be able to say, we've done this, or we've gotten to this point?
Okay. Yeah. Our expectation in the next few years is to see a change.
I'm not sure I can hear you very well. I think the hello, ma. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, so this once again is Coappt Impact Corner, and my guest for the past 40 minutes has been Aderonke Kimenenihia, you know, who is the Executive Director of TalentPlus Resources International. Yes, I think I can hear you now.
Okay, thank you very much. So you know, our expectation actually is that in the nearest future, to see the young people that we have worked with, you know, of course, some of them are really doing well now, but to have like maybe more, you know, to see the Nigeria, you know, that we dream of while we are investing in this young people, to see the Nigeria that we are dreaming of coming to pass. Okay, that these young people are now the ones, maybe you see them in the House of Assembly, changing the narratives there, going as far as the governor or whatever profession they have chosen to go into, seeing them doing the right things. That will be our job, you know, to see a change in our society. Because right now, despite, you know, what is going on, we're not so happy, though.
Wow. Okay, so I think we're having some technical issues with okay, so we can hear you now, ma. We lost it for some seconds. Hello, ma. Okay, so I think what I got from, you know, from her is that the expectation or the future that she and TalentPlus Resources International looks forward to is a future where those that they've impacted now, those that they've trained, the young people they've worked with right now, that over time are going to become the leaders and the governors, the presidents, you know, who can actually make things work. All right, man. So you're back, man.
So sorry, I think the network. It's actually
No problem,
raining
that's
here
fine,
again.
ma. We can hear you now, ma.
So I don't know where, the line it dropped off, the call dropped off.
I think just 3 seconds or so. 3
Okay,
seconds
so
ago.
our expectation actually is to see the Nigeria of our dream, and the young people that have passed through our programs, changing the narrative in the society.
Yes, and thank you so much. And we also look forward to that future, where we have more young people at places of power, at places of leadership, making the right decisions. And I think we also do not have to wait, until when they get there. Just like you mentioned earlier, having them, involved now. All right, ma.
I think it's the network. Yeah.
Yes, ma, but we're back. Yes, I asked earlier that what do you think about the Coappt Impact Corner, about what we do through this podcast? We just want to get your feedback, ma.
Oh, wow, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. This is a great, you are helping to put us in that bigger space that we may not be able to, to do by ourselves. So you're actually doing great, impacting lives as well, helping other organizations to, to reach where we couldn't reach maybe by ourselves and all that. So it's a good job that you are doing at Coappt, and just pray that God will continue to sustain you to continue this good job, to reach more organizations, to reach more people, to change the narrative also in the society. So well done. What you are doing is great. And we are happy at TalentPlus to be part of this this good gesture of yours.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma, for that wonderful review. We look forward to further engagement with you, with your organization. We look forward to the great things you're doing, for the great results, and that future that you looking forward to. We look forward to being part of that future actually, and to be able to say that yes, TalentPlus Resources International has grown, and we are part of this journey with you. Thank you so much, ma, for the time spent with us today. Really appreciate the time, the lessons, the exposures, and the personal journey which you've shared with us. Thank you so much. We look forward to your success. We look forward to the great things that you have to still accomplish. And I must say that the sky is just the starting point for you. Thank you so much, and do enjoy the rest of your day.
We're very grateful at TalentPlus, and on behalf of the staff and the board of directors of TalentPlus Resources, we are saying a very big thank you for you for this opportunity. God will continue to uphold you and take you far, beyond your imagination. Thank you very much. It's a privilege being here today.
Thank you, ma. Thank you. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, is the executive director of TalentPlus Resources International, Madam Aderonke Kimenenihia-Eseka, who has been our guest for today. Thank you so much. For those of you who stayed, till now, and who watched, who listened, and who asked questions, who commented, one thing or the other, really appreciate you. Do not forget that Coappt Impact Corner comes to you every Thursday. Thought provokers, change makers, impact makers across the world, to share their journey with you. And I must say that Coappt Impact Corner is brought by Coappt Solutions. Yes, we are a social impact tech company dedicated to connecting them to tools, resources, and good in technology. We are good in providing digital solutions, digital services that makes those organizations like TalentPlus Resources International, who are working to see that our society is developed, our society is better. We work to support them and make their work easier. We work to make it easier to achieve impact. And I must say that for those who have joined us, please, or probably are watching this as a replay, do not forget to share this video with people out there who also need to see what is happening. We'll be glad to get their feedback also. And do not forget to comment, do not forget to like, and drop your opinion with us. We'd like to take them. Thank you so much. Once again, I am G.O. Lawal, and I must say, a quick announcement somehow. Is it an announcement or advertisement? I can't even say. Yes, so Coappt Solutions is currently partnering with Seed Africa and other organizations like Tech for Dev. We have American Corner Ikeja. We have Ajoke Aisha Tafalabi Foundation, where we brought to you what we call the Artificial Intelligence Revolution Student Program. Now, through this program, we'll be training young people, undergraduates in 6 institutions in Lagos, Nigeria: University of Lagos, Lagos State University, Lagos State University of Education, Lagos State University of Science and Technology, Daba College of Education, and Federal College of Education, Akoka. So these schools will be training their students. Currently, we have close to 3,000 students who are registered to be part of this. So look forward to having you also to be part of us. And trust me, we're taking this beyond Lagos. We're taking it across Nigeria. And look forward to this. In case you would like to know more about it, please visit Seed Africa. That's SIID Africa.org/AIR. And you can get more information from there. Thank you so much. I must say thank you to my colleague, my partner, who has been behind the camera, making sure that things go on as planned, in person of Samuel Odusoya. Yes, thank you so much for always playing the back role and make sure that things go on. But again, this is Coappt Impact Corner, and I am G.O. Lawal. Till the next time, till next week, please enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of the week. Peace out. And yes, happy new month.
Bye. Yeah. Bye.
Bye, everyone.